Welcome back to Car Alerts, the channel where we bring precision, performance, and passion straight to your screen. Today, we're diving into a machine that has always been a symbol of automotive excellence. This isn't just a car, it's a legacy on wheels. The 2025 Porsche 911 has arrived, and once again, it brings that unmistakable silhouette and that legendary spirit we've all come to respect. But don't be fooled by its familiar looks. This latest generation brings subtle yet substantial changes that remind us why Porsche keeps setting the gold standard in the world of performance coupes. Exterior. Let's begin with what meets the eye, the design. At first glance, you might think not much has changed. But look a little closer and the magic starts to appear. Up front, the 2025 911 boasts a slightly more sculpted fascia. The LED matrix headlights are now more sharply defined and sit proudly on those wide, curvaceous front fenders. The nose is more aerodynamic than before, with integrated air intakes that are now active, adjusting depending on speed and cooling needs. The front splitter has been reworked too, designed to reduce lift at high speeds while improving airflow efficiency. Porsche's attention to airflow dynamics is borderline obsessive, and it pays off, especially for a car that thrives on precision. Swing around to the side and that classic 911 profile continues to define its presence. The 2025 model retains the iconic sloping roofline and rear-engine proportions that have made the 911 instantly recognizable for decades. But Porsche has introduced new lightweight alloy wheels that not only look stunning in motion but also reduce unsprung weight for better handling. There's an updated range of wheel designs for 2025, ranging from 19 to 21 inches, depending on the trim. The flush door handles remain, but they've been subtly revised for improved aerodynamics. Side mirrors are more angular now, giving the car a slightly more aggressive stance. The wheel arches have also been widened marginally, especially on the all-wheel drive variants, further emphasizing the car's athletic build. At the rear, the changes are even more pronounced. The signature light bar now stretches thinner and sharper across the tail, using OLED technology for a more modern, high-definition glow. The Porsche lettering beneath it floats with a subtle backlight effect that gives it a sense of depth even when the car is off. The retractable spoiler remains, but it's now more seamlessly integrated and deploys in stages depending on speed and driving conditions. Lower down, the rear bumper has been completely redesigned. The diffuser is more pronounced, with wider exhaust outlets that vary in shape depending on the model, circular for the Carrera, more aggressive squared-off units for the Turbo and GTS trims. Even the rear window has been reprofiled slightly for better aerodynamics and rear visibility. These tweaks, while understated, all add up to a car that is unmistakably 911, but unmistakably modern. Interior. Step inside and it becomes clear Porsche is chasing the future without abandoning its roots. The cabin feels familiar, yet freshened up in all the right ways. Gone is the traditional analog tachometer, replaced with a fully digital curved display that still keeps the iconic 5-gauge layout but now rendered in crisp, configurable graphics. For purists, don't worry, the central touch still mimics that classic look, and there's even an optional analog version for those who crave a mechanical touch. The steering wheel is slightly revised too, with haptic feedback buttons and a mode selector dial that now offers custom profiles. Quality, as always, is top tier. Soft touch materials wrap around the dashboard, and there's a new range of interior trims available, from carbon fiber and aluminum to classic wood veneers and two-tone leather combinations. The center console has been cleaned up with a new shift toggle for the PDK models, while manual versions retain that wonderfully mechanical short-throw shifter. The infotainment screen is now a larger 12.3-inch unit, running the latest version of Porsche communication management with quicker response, wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and even built-in support for real-time telemetry and track data. Climate controls are now touch capacitive, but Porsche has wisely kept physical dials for volume and temperature, something enthusiasts will surely appreciate. Storage remains modest, as expected in a 911, but the front trunk or frunk offers just enough room for a weekend getaway. Optional rear seats are still available, though best suited for small kids or extra luggage. Performance. Where the 2025 911 truly dazzles is in how it moves. Starting with the Carrera, power comes from a twin-turbocharged 3.0-liter flat-six engine, producing 394 horsepower and 332 pound-feet of torque. Step up to the Carrera S, and output jumps to 443 horsepower. Then there's the GTS, dialing it up further to 473 horses, all mated to either the lightning-quick 8-speed PDK dual-clutch or the ever-engaging 7-speed manual, depending on configuration. New for 2025 is the updated turbo variant, now pushing 592 horsepower, along with revised turbochargers and intercoolers for improved thermal efficiency and reduced lag. The Turbo S? That's now hitting 640 horsepower, with a 0 to 60 time that dips into the low 2.6-second range, faster than some supercars with twice the price tag. Handling remains the soul of the 911 experience. Porsche has refined the PASM adaptive suspension system to be even more responsive, adjusting damping in milliseconds based on road conditions, steering input, and drive mode. Rear-wheel steering is more precise, giving the car unbelievable agility in tight corners and added stability at high speeds. Porsche Torque Vectoring Plus and the revised active roll stabilization system work seamlessly to keep the car flat and planted, whether you're carving up mountain roads or testing the limits on track. Braking is equally world-class, with optional carbon ceramic rotors delivering fade-free stopping power even under repeated abuse. There's also a new hybrid variant in development, likely arriving later in the model year, blending electric torque with internal combustion power for even more explosive acceleration and improved efficiency. Porsche is also future-proofing the 911 with OTA updates and an optional semi-autonomous driving suite, including adaptive cruise, lane keep assist, and traffic jam assist, though it always puts the driver first. When it comes to pricing, the 2025 Porsche 911 lineup reflects its premium pedigree. The base Carrera starts just north of $120,000, with the Carrera S climbing into the $135,000 range. GTS models push close to $150,000, while the Turbo kicks off around $185,000. The Turbo S? That one's firmly into the $220,000 territory. Of course, Porsche's extensive options list means the final price can easily balloon depending on your taste, from premium paint colors and performance upgrades to custom interiors and track-focused equipment. But with Porsche, you're not just buying a car. You're investing in an experience that few vehicles can match. So, after spending time behind the wheel and getting up close with the 2025 911, it's clear that Porsche has once again struck that elusive balance between evolution and revolution. This is a car that continues to refine its identity without diluting it. It's faster, smarter, more luxurious, and more efficient, yet it remains a true driver's machine. The steering still speaks to your fingertips, the engine still sings that unmistakable flat 6 note, and the chassis still makes you feel like a hero with every corner you carve. Whether you're a longtime Porsche loyalist or someone new to the 911 world, this car delivers a visceral thrill that transcends specs and stats. Thanks for riding along with us on Car Alerts. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2025 Porsche 911, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap that bell so you never miss a review. Let us know in the comments which 911 variant you'd go for, or if you'd wait for the hybrid or the track-focused GT3. As always, stay sharp, drive smart, and we'll catch you in the next one.